Hey there, brilliant people. So today's question is, how can I boost my intuition? Right, well, that's a really great question. How do you boost your intuition? Well, I've written a whole book on that. I'm constantly talking about that. But, let's see if we can give you the short version or the cliff notes or whatever we call it. Essentially, we can understand how we can boost our intuition when we understand that our intuition really comes through when we are in a state of really strong internal alignment, or you could call it internal coherence. The more that you are lined up to who you really are, the more aspects of you who is aligned to who you really are, the stronger your intuition is going to be. So when we do that, like we often, like the way that I teach it is, we start with our soul seat, or if we start with your fractal resonance, and so that is an energetic way of doing it. But of course, your intuition is more than just your energy. So when we feel our soul seat resonance, when we feel our fractal resonance, we can practice really being in alignment with that. And we are physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or energetic creatures. So you want to learn to be in alignment with yourself on every level. So when we're in alignment physically, there is that sense of flow or ease in the body. Now, I'm not, obviously dumping on people who are having health issues, but if we are having health issues, there's the medical approach to it, which obviously has a lot of validity, but the other side of that is looking at it from, this more sort of integrity-based approach, which is that when we're having health challenges, something in our physical system is not in alignment with itself. Something in our physical system is not in alignment with its optimal state. So we can approach it from that perspective, like how do we get our physical back into the optimal state? Because the more at ease our body is, the clearer we're going to get signals from the physical side of our intuition, or those gut feelings. Same with our emotionality, same with our our emotions or our heart space. When we're going through upset or anger, that means that we're not in alignment with ourselves. Something is going on, and we need to get complete with those emotions so that we can get to that deeper state of alignment, which we will often experience as peace, or possibly even stronger joy. And that is the emotional state of being in alignment with ourselves. Mentally, I'm sure we've all experienced having a lot of chatter in our head. Well, yeah, when we've got a lot of chatter in our head, it means that we're paying attention to so much of what's going on in the world. We're not really focused on having a mental state that is just in alignment with who we really are. So essentially, if we want to boost our intuition, we need to work on increasing our alignment to ourselves, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, and as I said, energetically or spiritually. And like on this channel, there's lots of ways that you can do that. But often the simplest is to simply ask yourself, because in many ways with intuition or alignment with ourselves, it comes down to this. It comes down often not to what we're doing, but to how we're doing it. Okay, I'm a chiropractor as well, so think about, it's not just the fact that you're standing there, it's how you are standing there. When you're standing, you can be standing there with good posture. because so that all, your whole body is in alignment and is centered over your center of gravity. That is what good posture is. And if you need me to do a little video on how to get good posture, let me know in the comments and I'll do that. But here we're mostly talking about intuition. But my point is that when we are in alignment, the body will just feel more at ease. I've had clients who've suffered from a lot of physical back pain and stuff, and although of course giving them adjustments gives them relief, teaching them how to maintain good posture is actually what has enabled them to start to create a life that is, gives them more physical ease. And also, of course, when we do have that ease, it is much easier then to notice little signals in the system. Because when you're in pain, or when you're out of alignment, when you're out of sorts, and your intuition is trying to give you this little nudge, it's a bit hard to hear it. So the more we are in alignment, not only can we then hear those nudges more clearly, but we're also practicing being in alignment with ourselves. And that's what our intuition is all about. It's all about helping us recognize those things that are going to help us expand into more brilliance, more abundance, more joy, more love, more well-being. And so if we're practicing those things already, it's going to help us really step into higher and higher levels of that. So we are much more likely to listen to those little intuitive messages as well. So how do we boost our intuition? We do it by practicing our alignment. So practice your alignment, because then it will be so much easier for you to remember that you're brilliant.